Imagine just for a moment that everything you've ever dreamed of is already waiting for you, not somewhere far away, not in a distant future, but here, right now, suspended in the unseen like stars hidden behind the daylight. You cannot touch it yet. You cannot see it. But it is there, quietly responding to the force you send into the world, your belief. The men and women who shaped history, Edison, Carnegie, Disney, Lincoln, Ford, they were not born into certainty. They built it. They forged belief from nothing, hammered it into existence with their bare hands, even when the world laughed, doubted, or ignored them. Belief is the ignition of creation. It is the architect of reality. Every empire, every fortune, every breakthrough humanity has ever known began first as an invisible conviction inside someone's mind. And yet most people today treat belief like a wish, a frail, tentative hope easily blown away by the first breeze of difficulty. They wait for proof, wait for permission, wait for guarantees. And in that waiting, they surrender their power. You were not born to wait. You were born to create. The world you desire will not hand itself to you because you hope for it. It will materialize because you command it with unwavering belief. So ask yourself, what do you truly believe about yourself, about your destiny, about your power? Because here's the brutal truth. You do not get what you want. You do not get what you deserve. You get what you believe. If deep down you see yourself as small, unworthy, invisible, the universe, like a perfect mirror, will faithfully reflect that vision right back at you. But if you dare to believe that you are powerful beyond measure, if you dare to believe that success is inevitable for you, then you will set into motion forces far greater than circumstance or luck. You are not here to beg life for scraps. You are here to mold life like clay with the fire of your mind. Clarity is the first strike of the hammer. You cannot manifest a dream if you don't even know what it looks like. What exactly do you want? Not some vague notion like, I want to be happy or I want to be rich. Specificity is power. Vagueness is weakness. A master sculptor does not wander aimlessly around a block of marble, hoping something good will appear. They see the masterpiece in their mind first, clear, vivid, inevitable, and then they carve it into reality, one blow at a time. You must do the same. Define your success with sharp, ruthless clarity. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Commit it to memory until it becomes etched into the very fibers of your being. Because when you move with clarity, you move with purpose. And when you move with purpose, the entire universe bends to clear your path. But clarity alone is not enough. After clarity must come conviction, a steel-forged certainty that what you have envisioned is already yours, even if no one else can see it yet. Think of Henry Ford when he dared to create the automobile for the common man. The world laughed at him. The experts ridiculed him, but he didn't shrink. He didn't doubt. He said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." Ford understood that success is not created in the factories or the markets. It is created first in the mind. If you believe with all your heart that you will succeed, you unleash a power no obstacle can withstand. But if you doubt, if you hesitate, if you whisper to yourself in secret moments, "Maybe I'm not good enough," then you have already placed chains around your own ankles. Belief is not a passive thing. It is a living force. It breathes into your thoughts, your actions, your very presence, and it demands to be fed. How do you feed your belief? You feed it through visualization. You must become so familiar with your success that it feels more real than the ground beneath your feet. Every morning, before the world claims your attention, close your eyes and see it. See yourself standing victorious. See yourself living the life you dared to imagine. Feel it. Smell it. Taste it. Walk through the halls of the future you have already built. Shake the hands you have yet to meet. Sign the deals you have yet to negotiate. Feel the thrill of gratitude flooding your heart because you know it is already done. Because when the mind experiences something vividly enough, It cannot tell the difference between imagination and reality. It starts to align every neuron, every instinct, every habit to bring that vision into being. This is not fantasy. This is neurology. The most successful athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders on earth practice this every single day. They win the battle in the mind first, and only then do they conquer it in the world. What you rehearse in your mind, you will perform in your life. But be warned, visualization without action is just a dream. Action without belief is just wasted motion. The two must walk hand in hand. See it, and then act as if it is already yours. When you combine inner certainty with outward action, the universe cannot help but respond. It must deliver. It must rearrange reality to match the command you have issued. This is the real secret the great ones understood. Not that life would hand them everything they wanted without effort, but that their belief would summon strength, resilience, opportunity, and endurance beyond what the world thought possible. And yet, belief alone is still not the full story. It must be proven. Day after day, choice after choice, action after action. Discipline is the purest proof of belief. When you act consistently, when you keep promises to yourself, when you show up even when no one is watching, you send a signal to the universe that you are serious, that you are committed, that you are ready. The undisciplined mind is like a scattered army that's chaotic, disorganized, easily defeated. But the disciplined mind, it is a force of nature, relentless, focused, unstoppable. Every morning you rise early when it's easier to sleep. That is belief in motion. Every task you complete with excellence when no applause is given, that is belief embodied. Every small step you take towards your dream when doubt whispers in your ear, that is belief made real. You must train your mind to obey your higher vision, not your lower moods. If you only act when you feel motivated, you will never create anything lasting. But if you act because you believe, because you know who you are and what you are building, then no force on earth can hold you back. Discipline is a daily declaration that you are worthy of success, not someday, but today. Each choice you make stacks bricks into the foundation of your destiny. Each sacrifice you endure hardens your resolve. Each challenge you overcome sharpens your spirit. And from that furnace of discipline arises something even greater, gratitude. Not the shallow gratitude of polite words or forced optimism, but a profound, soul-deep appreciation for the journey itself. Because when you believe deeply, you start to see differently. You stop cursing the obstacles. You stop resenting the slow days. You begin to recognize every moment, every hardship, every lesson as a gift, a stepping stone laid by the universe to prepare you for the destiny you have claimed. True gratitude is not reserved for easy moments. It is born in adversity. It is forged in the fires of discomfort. When you can say thank you, even when the path is steep, even when the world feels heavy, you unlock a frequency so powerful that success is drawn to you as surely as the tide follows the moon. Gratitude turns every setback into a setup, every delay into a divine redirection. Look around you. There are opportunities hiding in plain sight. There are allies disguised as strangers. There are blessings wrapped inside struggles. But you will only see them if you choose to see through the eyes of belief, the lens of gratitude. And once you do, something extraordinary happens. You become adaptable. You stop clinging to rigid plans and fearful expectations. You flow with life. You pivot with power. You trust that no matter how the winds may shift, your destination is assured. Adaptability is not weakness. It is the highest form of strength. The oak tree that refuses to bend is the first to break in the storm. But the willow, flexible, resilient, survives every gale, every tempest, and rises stronger each time. You must become like the willow. Bend when needed, adjust when necessary, but never, never lose sight of who you are and where you are going. Adaptability is the dance between fierce commitment and graceful surrender. It is knowing that your vision is fixed, but your path may twist and turn in ways you cannot yet see. The greatest leaders, the boldest creators, the wealthiest pioneers, they all mastered this dance. They stayed true to their purpose, but flexible in their methods. They saw detours not as defeats, but as divine invitations to grow, to learn, to evolve, because they understood that resilience is the true currency of success. You must build a spirit that cannot be broken, not by failure, not by rejection, not by betrayal, not even by your own fears. When others give up, you will stand taller. When others crumble, you will lean into the storm and roar back at it with everything you have. Understand this. Resilience is not given. It is earned. It is earned in the silent battles no one else sees. It is earned in the late nights, the lonely mornings, the private struggles where you choose to believe even when there is no evidence, no applause, no guarantee. You do not need to be perfect to win. You do not need to be fearless to rise. You simply need to refuse to stay down. Every failure you endure is fuel. Every scar you carry is armor. Every tear you shed is sharpening your soul into a weapon of unstoppable force. And the resilient are the ones who learn, not once, not twice, but constantly. Lifelong learners are the true masters of manifestation, because they understand that every new skill, every new insight, every new perspective expands their power to shape reality. The moment you think you know it all, you have already begun to die. But when you remain forever curious, forever open, forever hungry, the universe pours wisdom into your open hands. Read voraciously, study obsessively, surround yourself with mentors, with giants, with those who pull you higher by their very presence. Life is a ceaseless classroom, and your belief fuels your hunger to absorb, to adapt, to innovate. Every book you devour sharpens your mind. Every mistake you examine polishes your strategy. Every new truth you embrace bends the universe a little closer to your command. Because belief, true belief, is not static. It evolves, it grows, it strengthens itself against the tests of time. And the ultimate test will come, not when everything is easy, but when everything is against you. That is when you must hold the line. That is when you must look your fears, your failures, your doubts dead in the eye and say, I am still here, I am still standing, I am still becoming. Because at the end of the long road, after all the storms and all the scars, you will find something waiting for you. Not just success, not just wealth, not just recognition. You will find yourself, the you who dared to believe when others doubted, the you who took one more step when every muscle screamed to stop, the you who lit a fire so fierce within that no darkness could extinguish it. And that unshakable you will have the power to manifest not just one dream, but any destiny you choose. Because you will have proven the greatest truth of all. Success is not something you chase. It is something you summon. It does not live outside of you. It is born from within you, from the fire you refuse to let die, from the belief you refuse to let weaken. The world is not holding you back. The economy is not holding you back. Your past, your mistakes, your scars, they are not holding you back. Only your belief, or your lack of it, determines how far you rise. Every moment you hesitate, every dream you postpone, every excuse you justify, you hand your power over to fear. But every time you believe, fully, fiercely, relentlessly, you seize the reins of destiny and bend the world to your vision. The power was never outside of you. It was never luck. It was never timing. It was always you. It was always your belief. And the time to awaken it is not someday. It is not when conditions are perfect. It is not when you feel ready. It is now. Right now, this very second, the clock of your life is ticking. Right now, unseen forces are moving into place, responding to the energy you command. Right now, the future you crave is leaning in, waiting to see if you will dare to claim it. The world belongs to the bold. It belongs to the ones who believe so fiercely that reality itself has no choice but to obey. So I ask you, will you stand up? Will you declare with every fiber of your being that success is not a possibility? It is a certainty. Will you believe when there is no evidence? Will you act when there is no guarantee? Will you persist when there is no applause? Because that unbreakable, undeniable, ferocious belief is what separates the dreamers from the doers, the wishers from the winners, the spectators from the creators. You were never meant to live a life of quiet desperation. You were never meant to watch others rise while you wither in fear. You were meant to be the architect of your fate, the sculptor of your soul, the commander of your destiny. You are stronger than you know, braver than you believe, more powerful than you have ever dared to imagine. But the universe will not move for you until you move first. It will not open its treasures to you until you declare, beyond all fear and all doubt, I am ready, I am willing, I am unstoppable. And when you do, when you finally stand in that place of complete belief, doors you never knew existed will swing wide open. Opportunities you once thought impossible will flood into your life. Allies, resources, miracles. They will rush to your side as if summoned by the very force of destiny itself. Not because you waited, not because you begged, not because you hoped, but because you believed, because you acted from a place of certainty, because you refused to surrender to the whispers of fear, because you chose again and again to trust the power that was within you all along. This is how you manifest success, through the power of belief, not by wishing, not by waiting, not by watching, but by daring, by declaring, by demanding more from yourself and refusing to accept anything less. The canvas of your life is still blank, the brush is still in your hand, the story is still unwritten. So paint boldly, dream without limits, believe without hesitation, because the truth is simple, and it has always been simple. Whatever you believe about yourself, you will become. Whatever you hold in your mind, you will hold in your hands. Whatever fire you ignite within, the world will reflect without. So do not waste another second in hesitation. Do not trade another heartbeat for fear. Stand up, speak your destiny. Believe with everything you have, because when you do, when you finally embrace the full, relentless, unstoppable power of your own belief, there will be nothing you cannot achieve. Now go. Manifest the life that was always yours to claim. The world is waiting, and your time is now.